Anupama February 23, 2026 Written update. Anupama's silent game begins. Anupama February 23, 2026 Written update. Anupama's silent game begins. Tina and Arjun fall into their own trap. The episode unfolds with a subtle yet powerful shift in dynamics as Tina walks in carrying water for Anupama and Hasmukh. Her overly sweet behavior feels unnatural, almost rehearsed. Anupama quietly observes her, sensing the tension behind the politeness. She gently questions Tina, asking why she is personally bringing water and whether there are no house helps in the house. Tina quickly puts on a helpless act, claiming she handles all the household chores alone. The statement hangs heavy in the air. Especially when Anupama's sharp gaze silently challenges her words, the moment turns more uncomfortable when Tina offers water to Manpreet. Manpreet hesitates, her hands trembling as fear takes over. Tina's tone shifts slightly, almost commanding her to accept the water. Trying to maintain her facade, Tina tells Anupama that she never allows Manpreet to do any work, painting herself as a caring daughter-in-law. Anupama's expression reflects disbelief. Her sarcastic remark about never seeing such a daughter-in-law carries layers of meaning, exposing Tina's hypocrisy without direct confrontation. Anupama then deliberately flashes her diamond ring, adding a theatrical flair to the moment. She casually asks Hasmukh whether he brought bags full of money and jewelry along. The question instantly triggers greed in Tina and Arjun. Tina's eyes sparkle with anticipation as she assumes Manpreet will fetch the bag. Realizing her slip, she quickly corrects herself and asks Arjun to bring it instead. The couple's imagination runs wild as they daydream about wealth, their greed overshadowing any sense of decency. Anupama and Hasmukh pretend to leave, but Tina's desperation surfaces as she insists they stay. She subtly pressures Manpreet to convince them, and Manpreet reluctantly plays along. She mentions that there is only one AC in the house and Hasmukh cannot sleep without it. Anupama immediately questions the absence of an AC in Manpreet's room. Tina lies effortlessly, claiming Manpreet herself refused it due to feeling cold. The lie only deepens Anupama's anger, but she chooses restraint, letting the truth reveal itself gradually. Tina and Arjun then perform another act of generosity, offering to sacrifice their own room for the guests. The gesture, however, feels less like kindness and more like a strategic move driven by greed. Watching the drama unfold, Manpreet quietly remarks that Tina and Arjun will soon taste their own medicine. Her words carry hope, hinting that Anupama's presence might finally bring justice. Parallel to this intense household drama, another track explores emotional complexities between Prem, Rathi, and Prerna. Prerna arrives excited with news of an investor willing to fund their brand. Her enthusiasm contrasts sharply with Prem's distant behavior. When she asks him to accompany her to finalize the location, Prem refuses, creating an awkward silence. Rathi senses the tension and questions Prerna, but Prerna brushes it off, claiming everything is fine. Pari overhears their conversation. Adding another layer of curiosity and silent observation, Rathi decides to confront Prem directly, determined to understand the sudden change in his behavior. The emotional undercurrents between the trio hint at unresolved feelings and misunderstandings that may soon surface. Back at Arjun's house, Tina and Arjun discuss Hasmukh's supposed wealth. Tina admits she does not remember any such uncle, but Arjun advises her to focus on the money rather than relationships. Their conversation reveals the depth of their materialistic mindset. Tina casually tells Manpreet not to take the drama seriously, exposing her lack of empathy even further. The situation intensifies when Angad meets Manpreet. Tina immediately intervenes, warning him to stay away from her. Anupama overhears but pretends ignorance, choosing to escalate the situation in her own way. She demands food, shifting control of the environment. Tina orders Manpreet to cook, but Anupama interrupts firmly. She instructs Tina to prepare the meal herself while asking Arjun to clean the house. The reversal of roles shocks the couple, marking the beginning of Anupama's silent punishment. Manpreet feels guilty watching Tina and Arjun struggle, but Anupama reassures her. She gently explains that correcting one's children is never easy, yet it is necessary. Manpreet's pain surfaces as she wonders how children can change so drastically. Anupama's response reflects wisdom and compassion. She emphasizes that love must sometimes take the form of discipline, reinforcing the theme of accountability. Meanwhile, the tension between Prem and Rathi continues. Rahi confronts Prem again, seeking clarity about his behavior toward Prerna. Prem refuses to discuss it, creating emotional distance. Mahi enters with her usual sharp remarks, teasing Prem and Rahi about behaving like an awkward couple. Rahi dismisses her comments but insists on clarity from Prem. Prem reassures her that everything is fine, though his hesitation suggests otherwise. Rahi ultimately advises him to focus on work, choosing practicality over emotional confrontation. In another subplot, Paritosh discovers Hasmukh's hidden will and is shocked to learn about undisclosed property. Paki stumbles upon Leela's jewelry, triggering suspicion and curiosity. Paritosh argues that they have the right to know about family assets, while Kinjal firmly opposes their intrusion. She reminds them that privacy and respect matter more than greed. Paki, however, supports Paritosh, revealing her growing materialistic tendencies. The tension peaks when Paki receives a call from Divakar, her face lighting up with excitement despite the warnings surrounding him. The episode's emotional core returns to Manpreet's suffering. Anupama notices her quietly eating a plain roti. A sight that speaks volumes about neglect and silent pain. When questioned, Manpreet reveals she has been surviving on simple food for a long time. Anupama's patience finally cracks as she calls Tina. Tina quickly lies, claiming the plates were switched and presenting exotic dishes as proof. Anupama dismisses her explanation and decides to feed Manpreet herself. The gesture becomes a powerful symbol of dignity and care, contrasting Tina's cruelty with Anupama's compassion. The episode closes on this emotional note, highlighting Anupama's silent yet impactful strategy. She chooses not to expose Tina and Arjun immediately but instead holds a mirror to their actions, forcing them to confront their own behavior. Precap insight: the precap hints at an upcoming confrontation layered with drama and emotion. Anupama cleverly mentions the tradition of giving money when a daughter-in-law touches elders' feet, setting another trap for Tina. The sudden arrival of Ravinder shocks Tina and Arjun, while Anupama's memory of Anuj adds an emotional undertone, suggesting that love and strength continue to guide her actions. Anupama February 23, 2026 episode review. This episode stands out for its layered storytelling and emotional depth. Anupama's quiet resilience and strategic intelligence drive the narrative, making her presence both comforting and powerful. Tina and Arjun's greed is portrayed convincingly, creating natural tension without exaggerated drama. The parallel tracks involving Prem, Rahi, and Prerna, along with Paritosh and Paki's curiosity about property, add complexity and keep the storyline engaging. The highlight remains the symbolic act of Anupama feeding Manpreet, a moment that captures the essence of empathy and justice. The episode balances emotional warmth with rising conflict, setting the stage for impactful confrontations ahead. Anupama February 23, 2026 episode review. This episode stands out for its layered storytelling and emotional depth. Anupama's quiet resilience and strategic intelligence drive the narrative, making her presence both comforting and powerful. Tina and Arjun's greed is portrayed convincingly, creating natural tension without exaggerated drama. The parallel tracks involving Prem, Rahi, and Prerna, along with Paritosh and Paki's curiosity about property, add complexity and keep the storyline engaging. The highlight remains the symbolic act of Anupama feeding Manpreet, a moment that captures the essence of empathy and justice. The episode balances emotional warmth with rising conflict, setting the stage for impactful confrontations ahead.